What's going on, everybody? Matt Crane, Tennessee. And I really want to just address a couple things right now that I think are very important. Number one is what's going on in our society right now is we are slowly but surely reverting back to a racial division in our country. And I know that racism has been prevalent in our country from its inception, but I'm talking about a true, legitimate division. And guys, I'm going to tell you why that division is happening. It's because we stopped educating people about how not to let it happen. We started glorifying bad behaviors that our particular races are putting out across media outlets, music outlets, film outlets. And guys, we ought to be ashamed of ourselves. We ought to be ashamed that we would rather sit on Facebook or Twitter or in a group meeting and bash other races for their behaviors and demand that certain things be taken down and demand that certain people be called to the carpet. And guys, why aren't we demanding that people are brought together? And why aren't we demanding why things aren't being talked about anymore? Why aren't we demanding how we got to this point? And more importantly, guys, why aren't we demanding better out of ourselves? It's time that we gut checked one another. It's time that we quit looking for an easy fix. It's time that we quit blaming one another. And guys, we can learn a lot from the folks that showed up at the arraignment for the gentleman that committed an atrocity of a hate crime. And I don't give a rip what anybody says. It's a flat out hate crime. But the family members of those victims showed up and flat out told that man that they forgave him. What else is there to be said, guys? It's not about who's right. It's not about who's wrong. It's not about who did wrong. It's about what we're not doing to prevent it. And what we're not doing to prevent it, ladies and gentlemen, is we're not crossing that aisle and grabbing the hand of that gentleman that doesn't look like us, or that woman that doesn't have the same beliefs as us, and getting personal with them. But more importantly, guys, our children need to know why this is not acceptable behavior. Our children need to know why this world has gotten to the way it has gotten. And more important, ladies and gentlemen, our children need to know who Jesus Christ is. Need to know why God submitted His only Son to bear a burden for all of us. And more importantly, ladies and gentlemen, our children and our fellow man and woman need to know that He's coming back for us. And regardless of all this stuff we're doing now, none of it matters. Because when He shows back up, every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess that Jesus Christ is the Son, and that God is the Savior of all mankind. I want you to chew on this, ladies and gentlemen, and chew on it for a long time. What are you doing to make a difference? What are you doing to cross those lines? And what are you doing to make a stand for your fellow man and woman that shows that this behavior is unacceptable? Quit talking about it and be about it. We have to act with intensity. We have to perform with integrity. And we have to believe that our actions will lead to insomniatic behavior, so that no man and woman will ever want to sleep till the job is done. And that job is to eradicate the nonsense that is in our country today, and that's racism. It's hatred. And until we can do that, none of these actions make a hill of beans. It's time we grow up. It's time we man up. And it's time we put up. Let's go.